All right, it's time to put down the Ben and Jerry's, to stop watching your sappy romantic dramas, to take a shower and crawl out of that breakup cave. We're gonna do this right now. Breakups can be really tough, and if they ended badly, they can be really, really rough. They can be difficult both mentally and emotionally, but honestly, sometimes the best way to get yourself out of that rut is to just get back into the dating world. So that's why I say it's time to throw yourself back out there. This is Online for Love, your resource for dating by the numbers. And today we're gonna talk about 6 tips to get back into dating after a rough breakup. I do wanna mention as well that this video is actually based off of an article which you can find in the description down below and on our website Online for Love. The reason I'm mentioning this is because any statistics I may mention, like demographics or prices for example, are only true at the time of me recording this video. But in the article version, it's constantly kept up to date. So if you want to make sure you're getting the most up-to-date version, be sure to check out the article form in the description down below. So in this video, we're going to go over these 6 different categories. Number 1 is that you need to get comfortable in your skin again. Number 2 is that you need to play the field and see what's out there. Number 3 is that you need to make a plan and to better yourself. Number 4 is that you need to pick your dates wisely. Number 5 is that you need to take a leap of faith to succeed. And number 6 is what you need to not do in regards to dating after a breakup. A quick tip first that I do want to go over is that if you are coming to this video and you are just out of a long-term relationship or you have just recently broken up, it's probably not in your best interest to jump into a new relationship right away. Getting back into dating is something where you really want to dip your toes into the waters to test it out. And honestly, that's the best way for you to go about it. Slowly and cautiously. You should be sure that you're giving yourself enough time to heal and reflect on yourself before you jump into something that you might regret. So without further ado, let's jump into number 1 on my list, which is that you need to get comfortable with being in your own skin again. So this is really important because unless you're really comfortable with who you are and how your life situation is and all of that, you're not really gonna be finding a great potential partner because you're not gonna be honest with who you are yourself, and your partner is not gonna see you as who you are yourself. You really shouldn't be relying on any other people to make you happy, and honestly, you should be able to be content with being able to make yourself happy on your own and then go out and seek a relationship for yourself. This is the best way to maintain a serious commitment and to have a great, healthy relationship. Trust me, once you are really comfortable and happy with yourself, the right person will find you in no time. This brings me to number 2 on my list, is that you need to play the field to see what's out there. You really need to try and avoid hopping into just any relationship after a tough breakup. A lot of people can't avoid the urge, but you really should take your time with it, and you really should be looking for something that's going to be beneficial to you. I really want you to be able to control your instincts and to be able to play the field a little bit. If you jump into a relationship right away, you're really missing out on all your other potential options and what could actually be a better relationship for you if you had just waited a little bit before making a serious commitment. If you've never jumped into the online dating world before, this would be the perfect time to do it. You'll notice that when you do jump on just about any online dating website, that there are tons of fish that are out there for you to see in the sea. Obviously, whatever people you're seeing at work or in your friend's life or in your circles are not comparable to the number of people you're going to meet online, which can be up to the millions. Some of our personal favorite websites for you to check out would be either eHarmony or Match.com, especially if you're looking for a serious relationship. But to be honest with you, there are a ton of different online dating websites that might be a better suit for you personally. No one dating website is the best for one individual, and luckily we here at Online for Love have a great online dating website quiz that you can take right now, which you can find on our website or in the description down below. This quiz is great because it'll help you narrow down which dating website is the best one for you personally, taking all your intentions, wants, needs, sexualities, what have you into consideration. One thing that can really help you get better potential matches as well is to check out Online for Love's online dating profile guides. Now, these guides are both available for men and women, and best of all, they are completely free for you to check out, so you can't hurt yourself. Before I move on to number 3 on my list, I'd also like to ask you to hit like if you're enjoying the video, and to be sure to hit subscribe in order to make sure you're not missing out on any more online dating tips from Online for Love. Hit the bell as well. This moves me on to number 3 on my list, which is that you need to make a plan in order to better yourself. It's best to give yourself some recovery time, no matter how long it takes. And honestly, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to work on yourself. Maybe you could work on some talents, maybe you could work on getting better in shape, anything that you can do to make yourself feel better without having to be in a relationship to do that. Who knows, maybe you can meet a super cute guy or girl at the next painting class you go to or at the local gym that you've never been to before. Personally, my favorite thing that I like to try to do is to learn a new language. And if I'm going to be traveling to a different country, it would be really cool to actually know the local language and maybe meet some potential mates there too. This moves me on to number 4 on my list, which is that you need to pick your dates wisely. The best thing that you can do after a breakup is to try and find a potential match that suits you really well. Honestly, asking people what their likes and dislikes are, what their intentions are, and what things that they are into would be a great start to try and find somebody who you could connect with well. You really don't want to be putting yourself in a position where you find out that you're not really interested in this person because you find out your likes and dislikes really don't line up and your lifestyles and intentions aren't really lined up either. This is all stuff that you could figure out simply just by messaging them on an online dating website, and you could really avoid a big mess just by figuring it out right away. Making sure you don't invest too much into a person is really important, and this is another reason why online dating is a great tool for you to utilize. With online dating, you obviously get a lot more potential matches, and you can even use on a lot of dating websites search and filter features to try and find the right potential matches that you're looking for specifically. This is the best way to weed out wrong dates or people who aren't really compatible with you at all. Also, with the messaging features that come with the online dating world, it's really easy to ask some people some core questions just by shooting them a quick message. That way there you can figure out if they're compatible with you or not right away. This moves me on to number 5 on my list, which is that you need to take a leap of faith in order to succeed. To eventually start dating again, especially after a rough breakup, it can be really difficult. If your previous relationship was really toxic or you got cheated on, it can be really difficult to have some real true trust with another individual. While it is completely natural to have this kind of reaction, especially after a toxic relationship, it's really important to know that not everybody is the same and that you need to keep that in mind. In order for you to move on, you need to really be able to trust whoever it is that you're going to be dating. This is where it really requires you to have that leap of faith, because starting a new relationship should really be like starting on a completely clean slate. This person that you're talking to is not the previous person that you were dating, and you shouldn't expect any of the same qualities from them. It can be scary at first getting yourself back into the dating world, but the best thing you can really do for yourself is to set up a great online dating profile and to be sure that you're putting yourself out there and you're opening yourself up with trust. Honestly too, it can feel really good to write your own bio in a way that you're trying to attract other people you might want. It gives you a sense of freedom that you can actually try and find somebody else and that you don't have to deal with that toxic relationship that you were in. So this moves me on to number 6 on my list, which is things that you should not be doing after a breakup. All of these things may be extremely tempting at first, but honestly, you should really try your best to avoid them. Here are some of my tips. My first tip is that you need to try your best to not call or text back your ex. It may be something that's really tempting for you to do, and you might feel lonely being single, and you might be feeling like maybe it could work again. It's probably best for you to not do this and to try and move on. If that person didn't work out and you've broken up already, it's likely not going to be able to mend back together, and you should really try to find a different relationship. My second tip is to make sure that you are not dating immediately after you've just broken up. It's best to give yourself some time to clear your head, to work on some self-improvement and self-esteem, and you can really find yourself having much better success and happiness if you do take your time with this. And my third tip that I have is to not take any of your negativity from your previous relationship into your new relationship. What I mean by this is that if you're expecting somebody to be mean, or if you think that this other person has certain intentions that maybe your ex had, that it's probably not in your best interest to be doing that to this new person. It's, like I said earlier, really important for you to consider your next relationship a completely clean slate with no expectations about how they're going to act and what they're going to do, and that you really need to read the person for who they are. So this just about wraps up my video on how to start dating again after a rough breakup. I really hope that you guys got something out of this video and that you could take something away that can help you get into your next relationship easier, cleaner, and happier. If you guys would love to share any stories that you've had in regards to having a rough breakup and then finding somebody and dating somebody new again, please let me know in the comments below so that our viewers cannot feel so alone in their situation. That being said, if you liked the video, please leave a like, and if you loved it, I would super appreciate it if you guys hit subscribe and ring the bell to make sure that you're not missing out on any more online dating tips from Online for Love. I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.